Hi, all. Welcome to Yoke's YouTube channel. My name is Liz Matthew. I am the licensed Canadian immigration consultant, and nice to have you all here. Today we'll be talking about what are the myths with PR. Well, a very commonly asked question that I get is how can I get my PR easily? Or what are my easy options? As I say often, PR is getting a permanent residence in Canada is not easy. Like you have been placed in Canada with proper permits, and basically you got to strive yourself through the permanent resident options. It's not a pathway that is the same for everyone. Maybe something that works for one individual doesn't work for the other individual. And that is something that the PR pathway is individual. It's an individual's plan, how it is to be planned. Well, the myth behind all this, why is PR really easy? It is a privilege that you have been given to come into this country, and the main thing is plan yourself right from the time before even you decide to come into Canada. So earlier you didn't have to do the planning way ahead before even you come, but things have changed. PR pathways have to be sought after. Like, say, if you are coming to study in Canada, think of the option of what option or which PNP pathways am I going to stick in the same province that I came to study for, or am I going to move into a different province? What are my options if I stick on in my particular province? Say you came to study in the province of Ontario, and however you are not able to find a work or an employer to support you for your PR pathways in Ontario, you might have to make the move to another province. But before even you make that move to another province, provincial policies are changing, immigration is evolving. So if you are planning to move to another province, at least have an employer who is ready to support you for the immigration pathway in that particular province. The PNP pathways, say, like if you are moving to the Atlantic province, does the employer support for AIP? Also look at the PNP programs in that particular province, and what are the invitations or what are the trends that has happening in that particular province. Look into that before you make that move. So the myth of easy PR it's just a myth. So plan yourself. That is employment is one of the major concern when you look into PR. Canadian work experience need to be built. And apart from Canadian work experience, some programs, some PR pathways also provide you language score points. So make sure you do have your language scores maxed out, be it your French language scores or your English language scores. There are provinces that do have French pathways or federal programs where there is a French pathway. So that is also a pathway that you can seek after. And so whichever pathway you are choosing for, try to plan yourself right from the time before you come into Canada. While you're studying your course in Canada, you can take your French classes if French pathways are your option. So go ahead and plan yourself. So say if you're doing a 2-year course or a 3-year course in Canada, you will be having that study permit time and then that work permit, say 3 years of work permit. So by the time you are already in beginning of the work permit, you already have a plan set out. You know exactly what to be done. Well, learning a French language, it is not easy, but if you have come into this country, it is a sacrifice that you will have to be made, as it is not easy to get permanent residence if that is your option while you come into Canada. So as I mentioned about the employer component, the language component, and your educational credential assessment also need to be done for your language scores, for your education that is being done outside Canada. So these are things that you can prepare yourself before you even look out for PR pathways. And I just have to stress on the fact that PR is not easy in Canada. Well, your friends who came in earlier into the country, say 2021, things were a little bit more easier. And so do not rely on the fact that, okay, they got their permanent residence sooner or it was easy for them. It is not the same way. As the minister has said it outrightly, that everybody who comes into Canada to study will not be getting their permanent residence. Well, Canada is a immigration pro country. It is still there, but it is only for people who can navigate through that streams or the pathways that are already been streamlined by the country. So it's all about how to plan yourself and stay focused and always have a person who is knowledgeable and who already knows the Canadian immigration to guide you right from the beginning. So not when you get into trouble that you reach out to somebody. Before you even get started, it is always better to have somebody to guide you through because they have already been through it. So by the time you try to figure out things on your own, things might be a little bit complicated and you might feel yourself stressed out. So we are always here to help you out, and whatever be your queries, reach out to us and we can help you out. Thank you.